Hey guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today we are bringing in the August 2001 reading. So super excited, it's nice and warm outside, nice and sunny, clear blue skies. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Arizona. Okay, so before we get started with the reading, I just want to let people know that our shop, I say our as in James of Light of Riga and I, our shop Desert Cauldron has many new items in there if you guys want to go check it out. So it's on Etsy, Desert Cauldron, all one word, or check us out on the Instagrams at desert.cauldron. We have some moon water that's been added. We call it Moonsoon water because it was charged not only the buck moon or the full moon in Aquarius, which happened on the 23rd here, but also we had a monsoon that night. So there was lightning dancing across the skies and like just thunder, just like shaking everything. It was some powerful stuff. So we decided to bottle that up, and we found some vintage bottles from the late 1800s, early 1900s to put it in, and they've all been sealed in wax. And I put a little bit of a little magical energy along with that crazy monsoon energy. So if you want to check that out, head over to Desert Cauldron, and we have a lot of other handmade items that are in there as well. Okay, so for this reading, this one is just a general reading. So if you check out all the different general readings for the month, everybody's tapping into the various energies that are out there, because it's not like there's just one energy. But if you do want something that is a little more personal, one-on-one, pertaining to what's going on in your life, then head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. I have all different kinds of readings. I have conchomancy readings. That's right, I read with seashells. And I have mediumship readings, rainbow bridge readings to connect with your furry, feathery, scaly loved ones, and so many other different types of readings. So definitely go check it out. And everything else about me is down below. So like my newsletter, my witchy newsletter that I put out once a month. I have my Patreon group, and actually we are doing, we just did a how to use moon water during our spell work, and just kind of in the daily, you know, how to incorporate that. So definitely check out Patreon and my Leon Mystery School, where I teach Mayan astrology, but alongside many other fabulous teachers and fabulous subjects. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be using my Wally's World Oracle, and I'm going to be using the Shine from the Inside Oracle cards. I'm going to be using the Good Karma Tarot. Just really felt like some fun, comforting vibes for the month of August, and the Practical Self-Care Oracle. In here we are going to be pulling a few charms, so stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and see from our Wally's World, just kind of the general theme so far for August 2021, so that you guys can utilize this energy to your advantage. Same thing when I do my daily Mayan astrological messages on Instagram. So if you want some free daily guidance, head over there at Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. But it's being able to tap into the energy of the day and saying, okay, so if things aren't going your way, how could you utilize knowing what the energies are and make it go your way, or at least make it more pleasant. So we're going to do that for this month. Okay. All right. Looks like, ooh. So this is some beautiful bamboo, and this was taken in my old house in Spring Valley. This was in our yard. But what I'm getting for the bamboo is connection. So this is definitely going to be the month of reaching out and connecting with people maybe on social media, your neighbors, running into people, you know, in stores who just so happen to share, you know, many of the same things that you guys do, but really finding connection, deep connections. You might, I don't know, certain family members, sometimes they surprise us, and we end up having that meaningful conversation with a family member that maybe we've never had such meaningful conversations before. So this is definitely a time for connection. So be aware of all the connections that you're making, and be aware of the people that are connecting with you, you know, as well. So not just you seeking out connection, but look at the people that are seeking you out for connection. All right, so that is our theme for this month. Okay, let's go ahead and pull from the Good Karma Tarot and see what other energy we got going underneath that theme of connection. right, let's see, we got one card here. And card number 2, card number 3. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the Emperor. Interesting energy. Oh, and we have the Moon. Okay, so let me put these all together. All right, so much like our bamboo that we have here, you know, with this connection, sometimes we try to get connection with people, others, so desperately that it becomes, we become our own worst enemy. Like we block ourselves from making those connections, if that makes sense. So it's like wanting so badly to connect with another person that you end up putting your own block there, because it's this, I need to connect, and putting out the I need is almost like saying I don't have any connections right now. So not being grateful for the connections that you already have. That's kind of like the energy that's coming across with this 8 of Swords. It's this, that there are these connections to be made for the month. But if you become overly desperate, I don't want to say eager, but like overly desperate to make those connections, and falling into this pit of despair of why can't I connect with people in my area, and like why, it ends up putting up blocks. In this case, it would really behoove you to really tap into your inner guidance. So meditation, I know you guys, there's so many people say I don't have time to meditate and this and that, but it really helps the 3D world work so much more smoothly when you can incorporate a daily meditation practice. So I'm not going to start harping on you guys, like please meditation, you know, I've gotten back into finally my daily meditation practice, and I feel like I'm back in the groove, and I can say that things that go on with my day-to-day tasks and things like that are just so much easier. So if you want to feel that loosening of tension, feeling more in flow, allowing people to come into your circle so that you can make those deep connections, you're really going to have to tap into your intuition. And one way to do that is through meditation. Meditation comes in all forms, by the way. It's not just sitting in lotus pose like Om, although some people do that. It's totally fine. But some people do walking meditations. I know that my Aunt Virgie, when she's on her way to yoga practice, she goes through a meditation in her car. I know that sounds crazy because she's driving, but she says it's so early in the morning, there's nobody else on the roads, and it's basically a direct shot, you know, to the yoga studio. So she can kind of like go through her different energy channels and, you know, kind of feel out what's going on and then receive those downloads as she is making her way to the studio. So however you want to do your meditation practice, find something that's unique for you, because not everybody meditates the same. But it is very important that you guys really tap into your inner guidance, so you get out of this 8 of Swords, so you don't put up the blocks for making these connections. And by doing that, you put yourself in the driver's seat. You'll feel so much more empowered instead of like you just kind of floating along, you know, in this earthly plane of like, I don't know, everything's just kind of happening to me. And like, you know, take charge by tapping into that intuition. You can't govern everything in your life, but you sure can govern your energy and understand the blocks that you may be putting up. Okay, so at least we can govern ourselves, and that's enough. Okay, so put yourself in the driver's seat this month. All right, I want to use the Shine from the Inside Oracle to get a little message for you guys personally for the month, like a little affirmation. Okay, I figured it would be helpful. Ooh, I got the upper lip sweat. It's kind of hot, but I'm not complaining. Okay. All right. Commit to self-care rituals. So your affirmation is, I commit to my self-care rituals. I commit to my self-care rituals. I commit to my self-care rituals. And I want you to say this to yourself 3 times at the start of every day. And if you can remember it throughout the day, keep reminding yourself. That way it's always in the forefront of your mind, and you'll find ways to make sure that you are incorporating self-care. meditation is a form of self-care. So I incorporate my self-care rituals. Okay, that is your affirmation for the month. And let's look at from our practical self-care oracle, maybe something fun you guys can do. Let's see. Last month it was the 30-day or 31-day challenge. So let me know in the comment section down below, what did you guys do for your own challenge? I know somebody had done a 30-day challenge for Pretty Altar. It was like hashtag Pretty Altar 30-day challenge, putting a different thing on the altar for every day. So basically taking the whole altar apart and putting something nice. Somebody else, it was styling their hair in something other than a messy bun every day for 30 days. And it just put people in some unique energy. So what did you guys do? Let me know. Alrighty. We have financial goals. Set and reach your financial goals to achieve financial stability. So while you guys are working on your connections, which you will do through some self-care rituals and meditation involving in those self-care rituals, putting you back in the driver's seat, removing those blocks that prevent us from making those deep connections. You know, in the mundane, in the 3D, we can also work on some financial goals. So here's some fun ideas. So I know like people are like financial goals, and for some people like money just is like a little bit triggering. So we're gonna make it funsies. So you could, okay. There is an app, it's like the Cash app, or not the Cash app, but a different little like wallet app or something where you put everything that you spend, you put in there, everything that you make, you put in there. So it's easier to see, like it does a little pie chart of like where the majority of your money is going. There's that. One that's maybe not as fun. Another one would be to actually go out to the store and get a piggy bank, and for every piece of coinage or paper money that you find on the ground, put it in there for the month and see how much money you have at the end of the month. If all you have is 25 cents, well then you're 25 cents richer than you were the previous month. Other things you could do, you could create a little swear jar for yourself. Every time you hear yourself cussing, put a quarter in that swear jar and see how many quarters you have at the end of the month. All of these might be fun ways to reach your financial goals. You know, just finding fun ways to save money, to have fun with money instead of money being the burden and sometimes scary topic that some people feel it is, you know, but we can have fun with money. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some charms. So we know that this is the month of connection. It's the month of self-care. Of course, that should be like every month. Tapping into our intuition via whatever form of meditation works for you, and having fun reaching your financial goals, which is basically to have a little bit more than you had the previous month. Find the money on the ground. Every time you swear, put some coinage in the jar. Every time your significant other swears, have them put the coinage in the jar. Every time you say the word love, maybe put some coinage in the jar, which will make you want to say love more often, right? Because you'll have more coinage at the end of the month. Okay, so my charms look just like this. I have some fun, quirky little charms. All right, let's see. What do we have? Ooh, we have Thing 2, a little panda, and a spaceship. We have our little, I forget their names. A lot of my students were into it. It was like the Despicable Me, I think, movie. We have a little white cat. We have the letter A, so possibly this could be a connection to somebody's name, or the month of April, or so see if this makes a connection with you. And then we have the number 7, so this could also be a connection for somebody out there, so perhaps August 7th or something that happened in July, the 7th month, the 7th week of the year, who knows. So for the letter A and the number 7, see how that connects with you personally. We have snail, which seems to be coming up a lot for me, and we have a soccer ball. Okay, so let me put these together. Okay, thing 2 reminds me, oh, since we're missing thing 1, is that connection. So bringing in that connection. The little spaceship is also reminding me of connection for the month. Sometimes finding it in unique places, you know, as this little spaceship's flying around, it finds planet Earth and like, oh, these people are unique, you know, trying to make unique connections and vice versa. And then again, you know, if the letter A and the number 7 connect with you, please let me know in the comment section down below. But also with this little kitty cat, I find that there's a way to have fun even when things get a little bit boring. So I'm also reminded with the soccer ball. And if you are feeling a little bit lost at any point this month, again, do remember to have fun. And with pandas, when we think of panda, we usually think of them just laying down eating bamboo, right? And so they know about conserving their energy. And this snail got to carry his or her little house on their back, right? So they know about taking it slow. They don't want to race across the yard carrying an entire house on their back. So this is also about not feeling rushed and not putting too much pressure on yourself this month, because it's going to throw a lot of things out of whack. So take your time. Everything will get done in due time, but have a little fun and definitely reach out and make those connections. But one way to do that, to unblock yourself, is through meditation. All right, so yay, that is our reading for the month of August. Let me know what you thought, and I encourage you guys to also put in your own input. So if there were other things that you got from the charms or the cards, please put that down in the comment section down below so we can enrich this reading even more, and we can come together as a community. So yeah, that's it from me, spiritual homies. I hope you dug this, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And don't forget that if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. Don't forget to check out our shop, Desert Cauldron, and all the other goodies that are down below for you guys. Lots of free goodies as well. And I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.